Alright everybody, it's time to aim our weapons into the first dimension. Yep. First things first though, I almost forgot. We have to go and get the Time Door Talisman. Oh, let me move my mouse, I forgot. Yeah, I don't want to make one of those novice LPer mistakes. Alright, so let's go back and get the fuck out of the way. Yeah, we gotta get the Time Door Talisman, which is hidden down here in the Forbidden Caves. Now that we know about the runes, the game will let us read them. So, with that said, let's do it. Uh-oh, we're falling down. Whee! Pretty standard stuff by now. Now none of the enemies in here are really a threat. So we've already kicked their A-star. Still makes for some decent experience, though. Okay, so the runes are up here. We can actually read them now. Oh, you can't read them, but they're like a marker for what we have to find. Now, get out of here. Basically, you listen for the noise. You just walk around here and you listen for the noise. It's, there was some kind of like, it was like 4 steps south, and then, something. I don't know, I just listen for the noise, fuck it. Once I hear the noise, then I'll know I need to duck down. There it is. There's the Time Door Talisman. Okay, cool. So we're out of here. Now, remember that teleporter I went by when we went to go get to the money changer? Now's the time to go through it for real. It's not just going to warp us around, but it's going to take us to the first dimension. The next dimension! Some shit like that. No, stop. And it's somewhere around here. It's along the riverside. Yep. These weak enemies that we have out here, the cannibals and the slimes, we're not going to be seeing for much longer now. So, enjoy them while you can, I guess, or something like that. Boom! I'm going to miss being able to one-shot these guys. It's fun. It's real fun. I watched some gameplay footage of the Windows, like the kind of obscure Windows port of this game. That's based off of the original MSX version. It's weird to see. The music is really cool. It's arranged from the original stuff and sounds great. And the graphics actually look like something, which is also pretty cool. Oh, get out of the way. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Well, that's not what I wanted. I guess I actually have to use the Time Door Talisman first. Well, shizzle. Yep, I did not anticipate that. I forgot you actually have to use it. And, of course, it's not going to put me back over there. What a delight. So I have to walk my ass all the way back to that frickin' teleporter. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use the Time Door Talisman. Looks like a crystal. Okay, can't remove it from my body. Great. I also threw away the space compass, because I don't need that anymore. Oh boy. You know what? Jump cut. Yeah, fuck that shit. I wasn't gonna waste all that time coming back here. Alright, now we're in the first dimension. Yay! So those same tree spirits from before are here, but we have these guys, and these guys are a nightmare. Because they take fucking a bajillion hits to die, so thank God for the auto fire. It really helps here. And the worst part is they drop stones. This is the easiest way to take care of them, is to get below their mouth, like one tile below them, and just bang on them. It takes quite a few hits, but it works. Gotta make sure that tree spirit's not gonna run right into me. They offer some pretty good experience, so you can grind here a little bit, but believe it or not, the main overworld back in the, I guess, 3rd dimension will actually be a better grinding spot once I go ahead and open the Forbidden Cave. This isn't really a particularly safe grinding spot because of all the enemies and shit. They're pretty strong and they shoot. But anyway, this is where we need to be, is where these 2 tombstones are. And mother of fucking God. Alright, let me just leave the screen and come back. Beat this guy up a little bit. Yeah, this is one thing that always stood out to me as a kid, was fighting these guys and just listening to the that it makes when you hit them. Are you still there? Is this really happening? Maybe this is the one. I need to get in front of one of these and use the horn. Oh, whew, thank God it was that one. If it was the other one, I probably would have just killed that guy and said fuck it. Although, that's not a good idea, because we are actually at the point where the morality matters, so not the best idea. Okay, so we're here. This is the City of Illusion. It's kind of cryptic to get here, but nothing... pretty much there's nothing in this game that isn't cryptic. And everyone's just being douches, going, question mark. I don't know why they programmed the people to say that. I think at one point it was assumed that your morality had something to do with it, but my morality's maxed out, so that's really no excuse. This is the store, I believe. No, that's the inn. Don't want to be in the inn. I do want to go to the store because I have to buy holy water here. And I believe I can buy the fairy maid armor here, which is the best armor in the game. But it's pretty heavy, that's why I was having second thoughts about getting a bronze shield there. Welcome. At least someone's welcoming here. Fuckers. Alright, let's see. Silver mail, star helmet. I think eventually... Oh, you know what? I know what happens now. Let's buy the holy water. So I got the holy water. And I would like to stay here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and beat up some monsters outside. And I'll show you around. I'll show you some of the kind of major areas, and then we'll come back here and sleep here so I can warp here whenever I need to. And don't you dare get in the way. God damn. I hate townspeople. They're so dickless. Ow, you fuck. Enemies are so... But yeah, this is the first dimension. It's a pretty quaint place. There's it doesn't really follow the same layout as the regular dimension, but that's alright. What we need to do is I'd like to show you basically the final place in the game. This little area right here. If we go ahead and you'll hear the noise. The stone appears to have been moved before. Basically what this is that's the end of the game right there. That's the once we get the statue from the boss in the Forbidden Caves, we will be able to warp there. Warp to the last layer of the game and fight the boss and kick his A-star star. In the meantime, I'm just going to wander around out here and fight some of the dudes. This is where ducking comes in handy, because they don't fire too rapidly, so you can kind of duck the shot, take a few steps, duck, just repeat, avoid taking some damage. Oh, ow, he dropped a stone on me. This is the most worthless thing in the game, is that fucking stone. Ow, don't do that. That's not the least bit nice. Yeah, now these slimes are actually dangerous. Oh, stop. I probably could have leveled up a few more times before I came here. I think I actually might be under-leveled, to be honest. Let me get some hits on him before he gets too close. Yeah, the original MSX game actually had some different music. I can't really say too much about it, because I haven't heard a lot of it, like, completely. Most of the themes in this were kind of remixed from the original themes, but there were some brand new themes kind of thrown in too. I'm kind of sick of these good monsters. They're just getting in the way. The whole morality system's kind of a joke, because I found out that morality only helps with our next boss fight. It's not actually required. You can have no morality and the game won't turn out any differently. So yeah, that's kind of a kick in the pants. Let's just beat up on these slimes, I guess. Ow. There's some pretty heavy damage here. I'm not sure when I can get the fairy armor out of the store. I think that will be after I beat the Forbidden Caves, or maybe when I just open them up. Either way. It's at one point or another. The thing that's kind of annoying about the Forbidden Caves is every time I want to go there, I have to buy another holy water here. And it's time consuming. You know what? It's not even night yet, but I'm gonna go to sleep just because I want to mark this place on my move thing. So I can move here whenever I need to, because that's just convenient. The kind of crappy thing is you have to always have the horn in your inventory, so it's always weighing you down. It's not that heavy, but still. Because if you get rid of the horn, then you can't even warp here. The game just takes it off the list, and I guess that's like punishment or something. Alright, let's sleep in this botch, and then I'm gonna open up the Forbidden Caves, and we'll get the flaming sword out of there. But we won't do the caves right away. I'll probably grind, and then we'll go in there. So, that said, let's go back to the city of the woods. Should probably buy a couple more rations. Always need the rations. I wonder what he eats in those rations. I wonder if they're like MREs. Alright. So, we take our holy water. Actually, hold on, let me see if the fairy mail is in there. Nope. Eventually he just sells it. I don't know why he starts selling the best armor in the game. It's like one of the very few cases in RPGs where the best stuff is just available in any freaking ho-hum store. How many more experience points do I need to level up? Let me check. I need 16,200. Not too bad. Once I open the Forbidden Caves here, you'll see why it'll be easier to level up. Do not break the seal. Well, you know what? I'm gonna break the seal. There's nothing you can fucking do. Whoops! Broke the seal. What are you gonna do now? So here are the Forbidden Caves. They're actually in the town, which is kind of odd, but then again, so is the subterranean city. So like with the City of the Dead, it's all dark and shit, and we have to find our way. Basically, I just want to go to this chest and get the flaming sword out, and then we'll worry about this a little later. Ow! See? Look at all that damage. That's why I want to level up. Alright, open with magic. Flaming sword. The flaming sword is the second best weapon in the game, but it's required for us to beat the boss. I mean, I guess you could use any ranged weapon, but the flaming sword's the best, because it does the most damage. Okay. So we're out of there. Now let's see what happened outside, since I opened up the cave. Because it's not going to be quite the same. And you gotta be shitting me. Luckily they have the foresight to turn around. Oh my god. Yeah, the townspeople shouldn't be allowed. They should have like barriers. Alright. Hey, the enemies are different. Yep, these are certainly different enemies. We got the slimes from the first dimension, and like a recolored zombies from those caves, and these like ant things. And now that these guys have been freed, leveling up in the overworld is a hell of a lot more effective. We're getting like 100 times, or like 50 some times the experience we got from the basic enemies. Somewhere around there. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I just made up a big number. But it's a hell of a lot better now. We can level up super easy, and they don't drop any annoying shit either. So that's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend some time grinding out here, and then we'll level up. I'll probably level up a couple times, and then we'll go ahead and we'll give the Forbidden Caves a try. See you there. Okay, I spent some time grinding, and I leveled up one level, and there's another level, so now I'm level 20. And I also found out that the Fairy Maid Mail was in the shop. It was just in the other shop, not the one where I buy the food. So, unfortunately, I'm pretty overweight because of that. Actually, wait a minute. Huh. That's weird. I was, like, really overweight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's because I had to throw away... I threw away the battle shield, because it was making my guy overweight. And it was only a minor hit to the armor class. I think the benefit gained from the Fairy Maid Mail was more worth it in the end. So, I'm just going to go without a shield for now. So, that said, we have to go back to the... Well, not the Heavenly Sea, that's not what I wanted. Wrong city. I need to get another holy water, and we're going to give the Forbidden Caves a try. Now, the Forbidden Caves, our main objective there is to find all of the holy lights, or sacred lights as the game calls it. When we find all those, it'll seal off the evil magic of the boss, and then we can kill him, like, basically in like a second. Like, it's the easiest boss in the game. But if we don't find all these lights and don't seal off his magic, then he becomes really hard, because he just regenerates all his health. It's kind of cheap. I have so much magic, I can use magic and it doesn't even go away. So yeah, I didn't want to get rid of my shield, but I kind of had to because I just didn't have space. So let's use the water again. I gotta make sure I'm up against it, otherwise I think it'll just waste it. Here we go. Into the Mega Death Cave. So I leveled up a couple levels and got better armor, so I shouldn't get too beat up down here. So basically we just have to find these nooks and crannies that have the holy lights, and the screen flashes when we pick them up. I wouldn't recommend grinding down here just because I don't like running around in the darkness. This is where the morality comes into play. If our morality isn't high enough, we can't find the sacred lights, and we have to fight the boss the hard way. And since we don't want to do that, it's good to keep the morality. So there's one. They're basically in like little corners. And you just gotta find all like 5 or 6 of them. This place isn't quite as complicated as the Cave of the Dead. It's almost like a reskin, but it's not as labyrinthian. There's no like fake wall that we have to go through to progress. It does kind of loop in on itself though. One sec. Telephone. Anyway, yeah, we just gotta find all the lights, and we'll be good here. They're basically just in corners. You just gotta walk around and go over every tile till you see that flash. It's pretty obvious that you picked one up. I think there's one right here, actually. No? I don't think there's a lot of chests in here. Oh, there's one right there. Wonder what's in there. Probably nothing useful. Probably something stupid. Let's check it out. Oh, a stone? Are you fucking serious? What kind of trolling is that? And there's my magic. No, cure, flash. Just keep going. Don't have to spend a lot of time in here, luckily. Just gotta find all those sacred lights. Once it says like the evil is sealed or something, then we can go and just rape the boss for all it's worth. Don't die. Yeah, see, the enemies kind of have high defense. The place kind of loops in on itself. It's really strange. It's one of the stranger layouts in the game. There's another light. Yeah, the boss isn't like terribly hard without the sacred lights being sealed off, but he becomes like brutally easier if we find them all. If we find them all, we can basically just pillage him senseless in pretty much less than a second. As soon as he appears, just boop boop boop, dead. It's so easy. Apparently, the boss that we're about to fight is the only tie this game has with like the first couple of games, the first couple Hydlides, and that it's like the end boss from the first Hydlide that we're fighting here. I guess he got resurrected to kick some A-star. Yep, nothing up here. Need to go through that fake wall. The fake wall is at least pretty easy to see. In this one, it's all huge. It's a bit confusing because there's like one part of the layout that connects in a way that doesn't really make sense. No good monsters down here at least, so I don't have to worry about not killing stuff. And yeah, we come out right here. I think there's one right there. No? Damn. Basically, you gotta just check every nook and cranny until you find it. So we gotta find them all, otherwise, because I don't want to have to fight the boss the normal kid way. It kinda sucks. Yeah, there's definitely one right here. The sacred light! Yeah, that kinda scared the shit out of me as a kid. Because I don't remember doing this part as a kid. I think this is about as far as I ever got in the game as a kid, was right before this place. Okay, my guy just ate. Actually, he just ate his evening meal. Probably... Oh, poison arrow. That's not good. Antidote. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much more time in here. So I'm gonna need to get out so I can sleep. The magic of Airless has been sealed. Alright, so we're ready to fight him now. Just go ahead and go through this stairway. And believe me, he's going to be super easy because we sealed off his magic. That's the easiest, that's the best thing we could ask for. I'm going to save state just in case, but believe me, this will be easy. Check it out. Boom. Didn't even get one attack off, little bastard. Yeah, and that's it. We're done here. Since I have time, I'm gonna go ahead and just take the normal exit out of here. So we got a statue from him, and this statue is gonna allow us to access the last portion of the game. I'm gonna use the statue in that like little stone area in the first dimension that I showed you. But before we do that, we need to find a way. We need to get the exit talisman. The exit talisman allows us to go to Kaizak's lair, that's the guy who is the boss, and escape from it. Because if you don't get that exit talisman, you can't leave the final area of the game, and you get stuck. I gotta be sure to find the right exit. Because there's an exit, and then there's like a fake exit that when you step on it, it blows up, I think, and we don't want to get nuked. Not a big fan of this layout. I'm just beating up on these guys because I want the experience. I'm not gonna have enough to level up anyway. Man, that boss is so easy. I never knew how easy he was until I found all the sacred lights. Because I think, like, my first time through the game, I didn't find them all, and I had to fight them the hard way, and it was pretty grease. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, might as well just go right to sleep. Good night. Gute Nacht, baby. Yeah, I don't have enough to level up. I need 20,000, I believe. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to move to the City of Illusion. I'll go to the store there. Let me just speed it up because I'm an impatient bastard. I just want to buy some rations, and then I want to go into the prison to get the exit talisman, and then we'll be done. I'll probably be done with this video, actually. Don't have to go back into the Forbidden Caves ever again, thankfully. It's easier to just grind outside if I need to. Grinding in Kaizak's lair, though, is pretty helpful, because the monsters there give off a lot of experience, but the thing is, I have to plan everything out in ahead. It takes a couple days, because I have to wait until, because to get to Kaizak's lair, you have to use the statue at midnight, and then to leave, it'll be another day. So get me out of here, blah blah blah. So these guys are just going back and forth. I just gotta talk to the right guy, and he'll give me the exit talisman. I forget which guy it is. I think it's this mofo. Yeah, one of these guys has something to say, but I gotta wait for him to get close enough. It's kind of annoying waiting for that. Yeah, one of these guys has it. The food here is just delightful. You're a sick fuck. Get me out of here. I forget which guy it is. I want to say it was this one. I don't know a thing. Yeah, you sure don't. You guys aren't helping me in the slightest here. I'm never gonna get out of here. Yeah, me neither, if you guys waste my time. Alright, I'll wait for this guy to come down for me. Let me out of here. Huh. I don't know where the guy is. I think there was like another screen where there was a guy actually standing still, and I could just, you know, talk to that one. Rah. Melodic translation we got going there. Yeah, one of these guys has it, I know for sure. I'm just trying to find the right one. Worst comes to worst, I can cut to the guy. I forget where you're supposed to go. I have the statue. Right? For some reason I don't have the statue of Verilice. Where the hell did it go? I'm supposed to have it. Did I, like, lose it? Shit. That's strange. Oh, you know what? Crap. Hold on. Okay, I'm a jackass. I forgot that we have to pick up the fucking statue of Verilice, or Verilice, whatever, after we beat him. When you beat him, you have to walk back through his door and get that shit. I forgot all about that. I'm so stupid. Alright, now maybe we can get the exit talisman from the dude. I have the statue, so everything's good. Yeah, I totally forgot about that shit. It's probably my most edited video to date because of all these stupid things that keep happening. Now the guy should be, like, really obvious. I just gotta find the right one. He should be apparent now that I have the statue. Oh no, get back here. Damn it, they keep walking away. So dickless. Come here. put me in here for stealing, yeah. They also put you in here for not being useful at all. I think it's this guy. If you have the idol statue, door time, door time. Only way, there's no way out unless you have this talisman. Here, you can have the talisman. No human has ever seen. So yeah, we need the fairy. The fairy's gonna help us see the end boss. Yes, I am the chosen one. So now we have the exit talisman. That's useful because once we go to Kaizek's lair, we can't get out unless we have that talisman. Alright, so I got the last thing that I needed, so I'm gonna cut the video here. Next time, we're gonna go and we're gonna fight Kaizek and beat the game. See you then.